What if one of the most powerful superheroes in modern cinema is autistic-coded? And what if that's part of why so many of us feel something deep and electric when we watch her? Today, I wanted to explore the question that I've been thinking about for a while. Is Wonder Woman autistic? And I'm talking about the 2017 film starring Gal Gadot. This isn't about diagnosing a fictional character. It's about recognizing traits, recognizing patterns, and recognizing resonance. How AUDHD of me. Wonder Woman is not written explicitly as autistic, but characters can be autistic-coded, and sometimes we recognize ourselves in them long before we recognize ourselves in a diagnostic list. So here's what I see. Clear moral compass. Diana is unwavering about right and wrong. War is wrong. Suffering is wrong. Injustice must be confronted. And this is captured perfectly in this scene.
I'm going, Mother.
And her mother says, well, if you leave, you may never come back. And she says,
Who will I be if I stay?
And she doesn't slide into moral greyness just because others have. That kind of ethical clarity, that refusal to accept this is just how the world works, many autistic people describe having that same internal compass. And it's not rigidity, it's integrity. Intense focus. Once she believes that Ares is behind the war, she's locked in. Find Ares, stop the war, end the suffering. There's a single threaded intensity there. It reads as heroic determination, but it also mirrors autistic hyperfocus, purpose-driven persistence, and almost immovable commitment to a goal. Outsider perspective on human rules. One of the most telling dynamics is between Diana and Steve Trevor. He lies to his superiors, he plays politics, he compromises, and she doesn't understand it. You can see the confusion in her reactions. I love this. It's just incredible. Just the intensity of the confusion. So why would you not act if you were seeing suffering? Why obey a system that perpetuates harm? Why manipulate truth? She observes humanity as someone not fully socialized inside its unwritten rules, because she wasn't. And many autistic people describe that same experience, watching the social systems and thinking, why does everyone just accept this? Empathy in action. There's a stereotype that autistic people lack empathy, and Diana dismantles that beautifully. Her empathy is fierce, embodied, action-oriented, and boy, I'm just getting chills just saying this to you, just reliving parts of the movie. When she sees the villagers suffering, she doesn't just feel for them, she moves towards them, even showing compassion to Dr. Poison by choosing right over wrong and not killing her when she had the opportunity to. And that kind of deep, justice-driven compassion is something that many autistic people recognize in themselves. No man's land. One of the most powerful scenes in Wonder Woman is the no man's land scene. Steve says it cannot be crossed. It's the limit. No one can move forward. And you can see something shift in her. She questions the premise. You can see her wondering about the limits that apply to everyone else and wondering if they automatically apply to her. So she tests them. She climbs out of the trenches into the gunfire, into visibility. And in that moment, she stops waiting for permission. For many neurodivergent people, that scene feels symbolic. The moment that you realize the rules that constrained you were never built with you in mind. And you don't have to shrink to survive them. Pattern recognition and power. In the fight with Aries, when she realizes she can harness the lightning, there's this tiny smile. Recognition. She notices the pattern. She adapts instantly. She integrates what she has learned. Cognitive agility, pattern recognition, embodied intelligence. And then she overcomes him, not through brute force alone, but through the belief in love. Power and empathy together. Closing reflection. So is Wonder Woman autistic? We don't know. But she carries traits that resonate strongly with many autistic and neurodivergent people. Moral clarity, intense focus, outsider perspective, deep empathy, courage to challenge systems that are broken. Maybe that's part of why she feels so powerful. Maybe she models something many of us are learning. You don't have to dilute your intensity. You don't have to bend your ethics. You don't have to accept limits that were never designed with you in mind. And sometimes the traits that made you feel different are the source of your strength. Let me know how that lands with you. I would love to continue this conversation with you.